Rasulillah. Yes, Mr. VDM, I'm here again to make corrections to some of your misunderstandings, or should I call it ignorance, especially about the concept, about certain concepts in Islam, or about Islam entirely. So when you talk about Salafis, you see the video you played about Shikau is not what I'm trying to talk about. So I don't have anything to do with that. Nobody supports terrorism, and nobody supports killing and crime and violence and others. What I'm trying to make, what I'm trying to correct is your misunderstanding and misinterpretation of the definition of Salafism or the Salafis. Even your search results, the results you got from your search explains everything, explains it all, but you, owing to what you already, owing to your mindset, could not interpret the results very correctly. It says Salafis. You try to divide or categorize the Muslims into like three sects, like Shia, Sunni, Shiite, and what again? Let me tell you, Islam is not categorized into three sects. So that is just the categorization of the non-Muslims, just because that's the little they understand. Muslims, I'm talking to you, I am a student of Islamic studies from International Quran University in Yemen, so I know what I'm saying. And even before that, I've already studied Islam in other places. So, and I can authoritatively and boldly tell you that that is not correct. And even it's part of it, not all of it. And it's all other categories that you brought, among which is the Salafis. So now you now try to, let's see, the Salafis say the worst of all is the Salafis, that one causing the problem. Just because you heard Abu Bakr Shikau calling himself, or Boko Haram calling themselves Salafis, just because you heard them calling themselves Salafis, you now had the mindset or got the mindset that yes, it's Salafism that must be the worst of all the categories. Where just because that's that just triggered your understanding, just because you saw the Boko Haram calling themselves Salafis, or Abu Bakr Shikau calling himself a Salafi. So that's why you must go to or incline to the fact that the worst of all the sects is the Salafism, or are the Salafis, and that had made you not to render the definition definition of the Salafis, not to render it the definition of Salafis correctly, even though you have the correct. You have the even in the search engine. If the search engine could talk, it would have said, "Hey man, what I gave you as the result is not what you're actually saying." When you yourself, you read something, it says they are those inclining to the pristine Islam, the Islamic teachings. They are those inclining to the the pristine and the traditional way of practicing Islam, just as practiced by the Salafs. The Salafs are the first Muslims. They are the first Muslims who have practiced Islam. So they are the first Muslims who have practiced Islam exactly as it's been the Prophet of God. And the Salafis are those trying to emulate these people. And it even says that I'm even reading just what you have on your phone, or what you are projecting to the screen. It even says that there are those that go against innovation and other heretical tradition or teachings or ideologies. Is that not sounding? Does that not sound suitable and what's it called, to your hearing, to your knowledge? Does that not sound awesome, wonderful, lovely? People trying to practice the traditional way, trying to practice the pristine way, the pristine Islam. The Quran descends The Quran is very, very clear in the Quran. Wallahu la yuhibbul al-fasad. Allah does not love al-fasad. What is fasad? What's it called? It's a general name for all of these crimes: kidnapping, banditry, terrorism. What's it? Anything you can think of that is bad, that is fasad. Allah does not love al-fasad, mischief on the land. So that's what I'm. Even what you have on your screen has not been rendered properly by you, and that's the reason for that is because of the mindset that the Salafis should be the worst of all the categories, just because you heard Shekau mentioning that all Boko Haram calling themselves Salafis. No, they are not Salafis. They are not. In fact, we can even say they are not Muslim, but we cannot say that because they can be Muslim while contradicting the teachings of Islam. Why not upholding the teaching of Islam? Why what's it called? Why why disobeying the teaching of Islam? They can be Muslims because disobedience doesn't nullify your Islam. But as for being Salafis, no, they are not, because being Salafis has conditions, has rules and regulations, and has signs that you can and the act of killing and all these things is a big sign to confirm that no, these ones are not Salafis. And you see the other things, but let me tell you, you cannot understand because you don't have any knowledge about Islam. What you can only do is just to go online and search. And AI is helping a lot because before people have a lot of articles on the internet that if you just want to search something, you can actually grab an article posted by a disbeliever about Islam and start reading anti-Islamic, all these Islamophobic write-ups. But now AI will give you something good, sourcing from Islamics. When you ask AI about something, it's sourcing from the official website of the people that you're trying to learn from them from. So that's why you're having the fact that what AI gave you, or maybe a search engine that you have used has given you to you, or has given you, is actually correct about the Salafis. They are the real Islam. They are the people practicing the real Islam. Just as it said, or like he said, that the Salafis are the first three generations, because the Prophet ﷺ said the best generation is my generation, then those that follow them, then those that follow them, then and after that you see people becoming heretics, becoming people that are not practicing what I've brought as I've brought them. They are not practicing the very Islam as I've practiced. That's why he said all of these people will enter hell except for one. And they asked him, who are these one? Which of this group, of this sect, is the one that will be saved? And he said, Man kana ala mithli ma ana alayhi al-yawma ashabi. Those or whoever is upon the like of what I am upon today and my companions. That is, and the Prophet Salam is the Salafi. And that is why those who want to practice the Salam as practiced by him and his companions are called the Salafis. Not that they are group or sect. It's just a name to recognize. Let me tell you something. Sunnah, let me give you a secret, and I think I will end with that. Sunnah is just a name to identify Islam from heretic Islam. People, you see the Sufis, you see the Shite that rain curses, that send curses upon the Prophet's companions, even the Prophet's wife, like Aisha and Hafsa and others. They call themselves Muslim, and they will still curse Aisha, tell God to punish Aisha, to send running curses on Aisha, abusing her, calling her harlots, adulterers, and others. So all of these, the Sufis, all of us, they are heretic Muslims. So Sunnis, Sunnah is just a name to identify the correct Islam, the pretty Islam, from heretic Islam. Now, Salafism is just a name to identify the correct Sunnah from heretical Sunnah, what's called Sunnah. So it's just like when you were trying to know, hey, are you just a name to identify a Yoruba man from an Igbo man? Oh no, just like you are trying to identify a Nigerian from another African man. And when you get to know that, okay, all of these people are Nigerian, now how to identify a Yoruba man from an Igbo man? Now you've seen the Yoruba man. Now, I want to also identify an young man from a Jebu man. So there's just an example. Salafism is Salafi. The Salafis are having this name, are coming this name, are inclining to this name, just for them to be able to recognize each other from other heretical Sunnis. Because there are many people claiming Sunnah, claiming they are Sunnis, but they don't really practice what is a Prophet practice. They have many of them like that. You have many of them. Like it is or let me even give you as an example so that I'm not mentioning. Like the Tabligis, those that say they call themselves Tabligh, like other people. See, there is one thing there is one thing. Let me just give you one thing, one formula to recognize them. When they have a leader, a particular leader, or a particular congregation, or a particular name, you understand them. But now you cannot see a leader of Salafis or go online. Who is the leader of Salafis? You cannot find it. Or where is the, what is it called? Is Salafi is a name for whatever place. So you can, when you see these people, maybe the Tabligh, they have their leader, they have their headquarters in Pakistan. You see the Ahmadiyya, they have their leader, Ghulam is the founder, Ghulam Ahmad. They have their current leader is Masroor, who lives in London. So, and they're being funded by the British. So, and many like that. The, what's it called? The Ikhwani people, just they are a fraction of them is you see all of them, you see them, they claiming they are Sunnis, but they are not really Sunni because they are not practicing. The Prophet Sallallahu does not give us any leader other than him. He's our role model whom we're supposed to be watching and emulating, and his companions. That's just it. I think this benefits you so that you don't misunderstand and don't give people bad interpretation of Salafism. Assalamu alaikum.